I never expected that a furry little creature would become my hero one day. But it all started on a rainy Wednesday morning in Michigan. I was living alone in a small apartment near downtown Detroit. Life was simple, but I often felt lonely, especially after moving away from my family. Ever since my epilepsy diagnosis a year ago, I'd been careful. I took my medication, followed my doctor's orders, and kept a seizure diary religiously. But nothing really prepared me for the day I would lose control and realize how fragile life really is when no one else is around to help. My only roommate? Luna, my adopted black and white cat. She had been abandoned as a kitten, and I adopted her on impulse during a lonely weekend. Luna had attitude. She wouldn't let anyone but me touch her. But every night, she curled up on my chest and purred herself to sleep. I always joked that Luna was my little guardian angel with whiskers. She followed me everywhere, even the bathroom. But I never imagined how literal that would become. That morning, I had a strange feeling. My head was heavy. My limbs felt like jelly. I sat down with a glass of water trying to breathe. I thought it was just stress. Work had been tough lately. My boss had yelled at me over a missed deadline. I hadn't slept well either. Luna jumped onto the table and stared at me, her ears back, tail twitching. She looked worried. Can cats sense when something's wrong with you? I brushed it off, stood up to grab my phone, and that's when the floor shifted beneath me. My vision blurred and everything went dark. The next thing I knew, I was on the floor, my body jerking uncontrollably. I was having a seizure, and I was completely alone. Except I wasn't. Luna sprang into action. I later found out she did something unbelievable, something no one would believe unless they saw the footage. My phone had fallen next to me, just inches away. Luna pawed at it. She stepped on it, meowed loudly, then tapped it again. Somehow, miraculously, she activated the emergency SOS button. I had set it up to call 911 with 3 presses. Luna had triggered it by accident, or fate. My phone called emergency services. The dispatcher heard nothing but scratching and meowing. At first, they thought it was a prank, or a kid playing around. But then my seizure sounds came through, the gasping, the choking, the thuds. The dispatcher realized someone was in serious trouble and traced the call. Meanwhile, Luna kept pacing around me. She meowed loudly and even gently bit my arm, just enough to try waking me up. My neighbors later told me they heard her crying through the walls. That's when they knew something was wrong and rushed to knock on my door. But I couldn't open the door. I was still unconscious, and Luna had no idea what else to do. So she sat by the door, yowling. When the paramedics arrived, they had to force the door open. Luna didn't run away. She stayed by my side, tail fluffed up, hissing protectively. The EMTs said it was one of the worst seizures they'd seen. They stabilized me, gave me oxygen, and rushed me to the hospital. I woke up 2 hours later in a hospital bed. My head throbbed and my mouth tasted like metal. I had no memory of the attack. A nurse told me how I got there. "Your emergency contact was your cat?" she said, half laughing. I blinked in confusion, then sat up in shock. I didn't believe her until I saw the security footage. Luna pawing at the phone, Luna crying by the door, Luna refusing to leave me. I cried. I'd always loved Luna, but I never thought she'd actually save my life. She wasn't just a pet. She was my family. The hospital gave her a temporary pass to visit. She jumped into my bed and rubbed her face against mine, as if saying, "Told you I'd help." After I was discharged, I set up cameras in my apartment to keep a closer eye on future episodes and maybe capture more of Luna's heroics. The video of Luna calling 911 went viral. My cousin uploaded it online, and in 2 days it hit over 5 million views. News stations reached out. They wanted interviews. Some even offered Luna free treats for life. A pet brand sent her a gold-embroidered bed. I didn't care about the fame. I just held Luna tighter every night. She had saved me. I owed her my life, and more. My doctor adjusted my meds and advised me to consider moving in with someone, just in case. I thought about it, but I already had Luna. I bought Luna a GPS collar, just in case she ever ran out during another emergency. I also taught her how to press different phone buttons. A local animal behaviorist reached out. She was stunned by Luna's instincts. Most cats run and hide. Yours stayed and saved you. I was invited to speak at an epilepsy awareness event. I shared my story with hundreds of others, many of whom cried as I told them about Luna. A little girl came up to me afterward. "I want a cat like yours," she said shyly. I smiled and gave her Luna's story on paper. I began volunteering at an animal shelter, hoping to give back. Every cat I helped find a home felt like honoring what Luna did for me. Months passed. I stayed healthy. The seizures were under better control. But I never forgot that terrible day and how Luna stayed calm through the chaos. People often ask me if I still live alone. I say no. I live with my hero. She just happens to walk on 4 legs. Luna got an award from the local fire department. Feline Hero of the Year, they called her. She hissed at the trophy but sat on it later. My apartment feels different now, warmer, safer, like it's not just 4 walls. It's a place where something miraculous happened, a place of second chances. Sometimes I watch that video again, the one where Luna saves me. Every time it reminds me how powerful love is. Even from the most unexpected place, Luna still follows me everywhere, still curls up on my chest. But now she also checks on me more often, especially when I look tired. I got her a tag that reads, "If found, return to my human. He needs me." It felt cheesy, but honestly, it's the truth. Every day I'm reminded that even when you feel completely alone, you're not. Sometimes the one watching over you wears fur and purrs instead of talking. Luna might just be a cat, but to me she's proof that guardian angels don't always come with wings. Sometimes they come with paws. To anyone struggling out there, to anyone afraid of living alone, get a pet. They won't just love you. They might even save you. Life is unpredictable. Seizures, loneliness, fear, they come without warning. But so can love. So can hope. So can Luna. I don't know how many lives I have left, but I know Luna's already saved at least one of them, mine. And from now on, I'll never take a single moment, or a single purr, for granted again.